Attitude. I want to say something about attitude because I say it a lot in my comments to you all, and I hear it a lot from others too. So I love the book Think and Grow Rich from the 1920s. The story for which is some young writer, I think he's 27. He goes to interview one of the richest men of the world, American. And the guy says to him, "Look, I'm going to do this interview, and you're not going to get paid for it, but I'm going to tell you what the answer is to your question, Think and Grow Rich. And then you're going to ask five of my buddies, and they're all going to say the same thing. And I'm not going to tell them, and you're not going to get paid." And that's what happened. And he wrote this book. And what the guy says is the universe wants to give you what you want. You could call it God. I call it God some of the time, and some of the time the universe. It wants to give you what you want. Well, how does it know what you want? And by the way, this guy said everything in the universe, the solar system wants to do, everything's trying to get better all the time. The whole thing, he said. So your attitude says, if that's the case, I better be telling the universe what I want. And if I'm saying, no, 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 bad, 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 scare, 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 horrible, horrible, don't do that, it's going to think that's what I want. That's why he said attitude is so important. If your attitude is, it's going to be good, it's going to be better up to the last day of your life, it's going to be positive, it's going to help. If that's your attitude, the universe says, oh, and it's more likely to give you what you want. But if it's getting missed signals by your own thinking and feeling. So when I have negative attitudes, or really mostly fears, uncertainties, Jesus Christ, you know what it's like to be 81 years old? Every single day on the news, somebody younger than me is dying. That ain't fun. And also, they're always talking about this when you're 80, because the 65, this is going to happen to you, 70, this is going to happen to you. Scary stuff. And I know it's going to happen. But my attitude has to be, get that aside, David. That ain't what's going on right now. And I tried to share that in one or two lines with many of you when I see that what you're saying is a way of looking at something where there's another way it could be looked at, which could sound both corny and dumb, but it isn't. So this guy went and interviewed the other five people, and what did they say? The same thing he said. The universe gives you what you want, or it tries to. I got to say one thing to the young people who are watching this, and that is mentors. My dad was a mentor, but he taught me how to listen to mentors. So by the time I met my first mentors, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, entering the documentary world, I knew how to ask for and get advice. I knew how to listen. I knew how to follow. I knew how to watch the older guy without suspicion, and maybe sometimes because I'm competitive, how I could do it better than he did. You got to have good mentors. And a lot of people don't have good mentors in their dads. If your dad, it wasn't good, then you got to find it in the outside world. Mentoring for young people is critical. I try to answer the young people who write on YouTube with a bit of mentoring, and I hope that I'm seen that way. Thank you.